As we're working our way through the month of May, the Rays are actually interested in offering us a trade, so I'm going to be open and see what they have to actually offer us here. So we're going to view the offer. They're wanting Joshua Lowe for Martin Prado. Okay, so we could give them Prado and we can get Joshua Lowe. Now, I don't really know much about Joshua Lowe, so let's go ahead and check out this guy and see what he's looking like. So, okay, he's 20 years of age. He's a B in potential. I mean, this is a tough one, to be honest with you. Like, he can play left field, he can play right field. But we also have some good guys in our organization. Like, if you look at left field, we have Frisk. In center field, we have Florial. And in right field, we have Jamil Aziz. After Cameron may even kind of worked his way out. But, I mean, Jamil Aziz is hurt right now, but he should be back pretty soon. Interesting trade, but I'm not interested in Prado. We'll keep him on the books for a little bit longer. After declining that trade, we've made our way to the first year draft. So they say, today is the 2018 first year player draft. What would you like to do? Well, of course, I would like to go ahead and draft some people. Now, the Tigers are first, the Giants are second. Where are the Marlins? Oh, we're 13th. Okay, let's go ahead and advance to see what happens. Okay, there's a couple of players that were taken that I kind of wanted to take, but I think we're still going to be okay here. Now, with our first pick in the first round, I'm a little nervous, and I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to risk it because we already have a good closing pitcher. There's a couple good ones already listed here at the top. But because I have a really good closer, I think we're going to gamble on Orlando Huerta. Now, here's why I'm thinking of gambling on him. I know the accuracy is kind of 50-50 right now, but his stamina, his break, his home runs per 9, those are all listed as elite as an 80. His hits per 9 is a 75, Ks per 9 is 75, walks per 9 is 75. He has a lot of really good stats. This is a gamble. He's in Puerto Rico. This dude is 6'5", he's 19 years of age, and they're saying that he's supposed to be in the MLB next year. I gotta risk it on this guy. So we're gonna go ahead and draft Orlando Huerta. Let's see if he's good. Because our team is trash, we also get a pick here in the competitive balance round A. So let's go ahead and make our draft pick here and let's see who's available. In this round, we're going to go ahead and take Jack McMahon. Now, he is 22 years of age. He's probably going to be in the MLB in 2019 is what they're saying. And I do have some guys that can play shortstop or the infield that I don't know if this guy will ultimately fit, but if nothing else, he can be trade bait for me. He's got pretty solid stats. He's actually a better fielder than I thought he was going to be. He's got elite fielding ratings for both fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, reaction, and stealing, and his speed actually isn't bad either. So here we go, 6 foot Jack McMahon, welcome to the squad. Another position that I need help at is honestly going to be catcher. I mean, we have JT Realmuto there, who's an 80 overall, but as you guys know, his potential's not great, so I want to trade him before he starts regressing too much. And Eric Soul, I think, will be a guy that can step in. Now, if you look at his ratings really quick, again, the accuracy isn't super high at the moment, but he's got good reaction time, good blocking, actually great arm strength overall. He should be a pretty solid hitter. His contact actually isn't bad, especially against lefties. This is going to be the guy that we're going to take, and hopefully he pans out. Round number 3 is going to go to Miguel Castro. Now, I was between him and the other guy listed above him, but this dude has 80 for stamina potential, 80 velocity, 80 break, 80 home run. I mean, there is a lot of good potential for this guy as a pitcher, and not going to lie, having a guy that has high velocity, I'm going to go ahead and draft him. We also know that Martin Prado is super old, so I have to go to third base. Now, all the guys that I scouted for third base, well, they've been drafted already, so that's unfortunate, but Andres Casilla, I think, is actually going to be a really good guy. He's already an 80 overall, if I'm reading this correctly, with 80 potential. They're saying he should be in the MLB by next season. This little dude out of California has got good fielding, good arm strength, good power against lefties and righties, and he's got really good contact. Like, this could be a steal of the draft. So Andres Casilla, welcome to the team. We only have 2 draft picks left, and if you guys have been following this, you know that I want to stockpile on some pitchers. Now, Josh Vila right here, 80 for stamina already. They're saying he's a 70 overall, potential for 75. He's got some work to do for sure, but out of the Dominican Republic, they produce fantastic baseball players. Arm strength, arm accuracy are high. The breaking, home runs per 9, walks per 9, and Ks per 9 are actually all pretty good. Velocity looks like it has a potential of 75, which 80 is kind of what they consider elite. So this guy, again, I think has the stuff to get the job done. We're going to go ahead and take Josh Vila here and hope that maybe he's either a stud or a trade bait, because he should be to the MLB pretty soon. And for my very last pick of the draft, I need to go to the bullpen because we've got a lot of good starting pitchers so far, a couple position players, but I need to make sure that our bullpen is revamped and ready for the future with some young talent. So here, Cole Benitez, 21 years of age. We're going to see what he's got here. 80 velocity, that's elite. 80 break, 80 for home runs per 9. Ks per 9 is also an 80, and hits per 9 is a 75. He's a little bit older than I wanted, but I think he's the move. So our last draft pick will be Colt Benitez. Welcome to the team. The 2018 first-year player draft has come to an end. You will have until the end of the regular season to sign your draft picks. Hopefully we can sign them sooner rather than later. Before I go ahead and sign these draft picks though, a note to you guys, and I know a lot of you guys are probably going to have this question. If you want to become one of these players, you will have a chance to, and I'm going to leave a little template down below in the comments. Just fill out that template with the player you want to become, first and last name. I'm not going to change how they look, their appearance, or anything like that, but we will allow you guys to become one of these players. Basically, all you got to do again is fill out that template, and then I'll randomly select someone and announce it in one of the next videos. But honestly, I feel really good about my draft picks. Look at the talent that we have. Now, we didn't really get anybody super young. We only have one guy that's 19 years of age or younger. Probably should have drafted a couple of younger players too, but it's fine. Orlando Huerta, who we got, I believe was our first overall draft pick at number 13 overall. This guy's got 90 potential. I'm feeling pretty good about that with his young age. Now here we go, Jack McMahon. He's got 83 potential. Not the best draft pick, but I think he should still be fine for us as a shortstop. Eric Soul, 89 potential here as a catcher. You know I'm all about getting a really good catcher. This guy's got some room to grow before he gets to the majors, but there's good talent overall for him. He's a 67 overall. The guys above him are both 67 as well. Down here we get Miguel Castro. He's 20 years of age. So far he's the highest overall rated player at a 68 overall. His velocity is already an 83, which makes me good or feel good, and he's an 82 overall potential. Andres Casilla, a 71 overall. His potential is only for a 76, so higher rating right now, but long term may not be the best kind of player. Josh Villa, he's a 68 overall, 74 potential overall for him. He's got a really good stamina already and pretty good break, so there's a potential that maybe he comes up sooner rather than later too. And the last draft pick we took was Colt Benitez. I think you can say that we kind of failed miserably drafting him, but maybe he'll blossom. You know, he's 21, maybe he'll blossom, or maybe he won't. Now you can only sign these guys to 1-year contracts, so all of them have been officially signed at this point. So if you want to become one of these players, again, fill out the template down below, and if you get a little bit lucky, you might have an opportunity to become one of them, and again, I will announce it in a future video. Now here comes Andre Johnson, who unfortunately is 0 for 3 on the afternoon, but he's riding a 13-game hitting streak. I mean, that's impressive for a rookie. Can he come through here and actually keep that going to 14 games? Well, this is going to be his last at bat, so if he's going to do it, he better do it soon. And to make matters worse, we're actually down 1-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. So good luck to Andre Johnson. First pitch is going to be high. He's going to see it. He's got an opportunity. Oh, he pokes it out to right field. The right fielder is not going to be able to get to it. That should be a stand-up double for the young fella. Maybe even having to slide. It's going to be close. He's going to slide into the last second. He gets in, and the hitting streak has been extended to 14 games. His 15th double on the season. And he's just like, whoa, that was a little close. We got it though. Now here comes Martin Prado, 2 for 3 on the day. Look, the old fella, we talked about trading him, and we still might with the All-Star break kind of coming up in the trade deadline, but he's been a bright spot on this team so far. Can he do something for us here though again? Now the pitcher looking for something. Waiting for the righty to swing his leg. He does swing it over. We're going to see Johnson try to slide in. He goes, oh, it's a pass ball. Johnson's going to keep going here. The left fielder has no opportunity. And just like that, using his speed on the base pass, Andre Johnson ties it up. What a play overall by him. A great hit. Going for the stolen base, ended up working. And now he's tied it up at 1. Despite Andre Johnson's efforts, though, and him extending that 14-game hitting streak, he's not going to be enough to get this team the W. The Giants are going to end up prevailing at the end of the game. But he still played really well. It's just we weren't enough at the end. Now the first real big trade of the season has happened so far because we're almost at the All-Star break. We're probably like 10 to 15 days away, and James Paxton has been traded. The Blue Jays now got him from the Mariners for Teoscar Hernandez and John Harris. A big move there, 2 young pieces of talent for a pitcher that's kind of proven himself, but he's been middle of the road this year. We'll see how that works out for him. Let's take a little break and just look at some of our players and how they're performing overall. So go down and kind of look at the minor leagues, which is what a lot of you guys want to see. How's this young talent working out for us? Alvin Morris is 3 for 2 right now. This man is in AAA. 31 strikeouts in 35 innings, an ERA that's much better than we've seen before of 2.80. I like how he's progressing so far. Now Tristan McKenzie, things aren't really working out for him at the moment. 5.3 ERA, 3 losses right now in 37 innings pitched. He's got a lot of work to do. Now Trevor Rogers though has picked things up. 3-1, almost 40 innings pitched, a 2.75 ERA. That's the kind of production that I'm looking for from these young guys. AJ Berry is also in AAA at this point. I feel like a lot of our talent has kind of bubbled themselves up, but he's 1 for 1, not bad. ERA of a 3.56, not the greatest, not a ton of strikeouts, but his control still needs some work too. 21 walks and 19 strikeouts. Let's hope we can get that control kind of under wraps. For our relief pitchers, Barrett Claw has struggled. He's been kind of a closer for most of the season, so things have been different for him, but his ERA has just been horrible. Like, we have to trade this dude soon because his ERA is making him untradeable almost at this point. We go down a little bit, we can see Bobby Beamer. Bobby Beamer had 1 month where he was having like a +5 ERA, but last month he literally didn't allow a single earned run. So in AA, he's killing it at the moment. 2.81 ERA, 28 strikeouts, only 12 walks, and he's 1-1 in the season with a bunch of saves. He's progressing pretty nicely. Brad Ziegler moves around when Barrett Claw isn't closing to the closer role or into relief pitching, but we just gotta get rid of this guy at this point. 38 years of age, 72 overall, and not the greatest stats. Hank Chase is continuing to struggle. 6.75 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 5 innings pitched. Maybe he'll get a little bit more time in AA, but I don't think he's going to AAA anytime soon. As I kind of mentioned earlier, JT Realmuto is having a pretty solid season. Troy Dixon is actually batting above 300 in limited time here in AAA. Dakota Elrod is now 1 home run away from having double digits in the season. His average is about 250, so it's holding pretty steady. We're seeing Bobby Bradley play actually really well here in AAA. Again, not the guy that's going to really bat for average for you, but 13 home runs, 50 plus RBIs, and a lot of runs scored. I'm pretty happy with how he's performing. Garrett Cooper's also backing up here in the major leagues, and he's doing okay, nothing too special. Gleyber Torres has now actually come to the major leagues, and he's actually starting over Gio Votella, so he's a 72 overall now with a little bit of a morale boost. 1 home run, getting his first career one just a couple of days ago, and then he has 9 RBIs and 2 stolen bases with a 3.11 average. I don't really think this guy is going to make his way back down to AAA anytime soon. Martin Prado's batting just under 300. Over in the shortstop area, we're seeing Andre Johnson, who just had a 14-game hitting streak. I believe it just ended, but still under 250 for his average. 5 home runs, which I didn't expect that much power from him. He's got 27 RBIs and 16 stolen bases. He's been a pleasant surprise this year because he's 19 playing in the major leagues. Marcus Frisco has probably been one of the most consistent rookies from a fielding and hitting standpoint. His average is only around 241, which we're hoping it gets better, but 7 home runs, 5 stolen bases, 37 RBIs, and 33 runs scored. He's been a lot better than our man Mr. Dietrich here. And Dietrich, again, he doesn't have as many RBIs. You can see Frisk has more. Frisk has more home runs. Frisk has, I believe, the same stolen bases and the same runs scored, but Frisk has just been a way better fielder for us this season. Estevan Florial was hurt for a lot of this year, but he's finally back, he's finally healthy, so expect his stats to get a lot better here very soon. And then Monte Harrison was in AAA, moved to the majors, and it's been honestly rough, but with Estevan Florial injured for so long this year, we've had to kind of rely on him to be a little bit of our go-to guy. But a guy that I'm interested in seeing how he progresses here is Magneuris Sierra. Look at his average, 250, 1 home run, a couple stolen bases here. He's showing potential. He's only a 59 overall, but I think he'll probably find his way to AAA soon because, as you can see, Brian Miller not doing too hot there, and neither is Isaac Galloway, and they're a little bit older, so I'd rather see the future move up there instead of, you know, kind of these old guys. And in right field, Cameron Maybin has been hurt just recently, so I don't think he'll be back anytime soon, but we have plenty of outfielders to kind of cover that territory. Jamil Aziz was on DL for about a month and a half. He's finally healthy and he's getting some reps there in AA. Don't expect him to get promoted anytime soon. I want to see him put in some work there, get a little bit better, and maybe next season we'll see where he's at. Up to the plate is Martin Prado, 2 for 4 on the day with 2 singles. And he's got a little bit of a situation going on. Bottom of the 9th inning, nobody out, and he's got Andre Johnson on second base, who is a 94% stolen base percentage. That is out of this world, if you ask me. Now he's going to go in the 3rd here. That was going to be close, but he's going to get it. Look, the helmet came off, the dreads came out, but now we have runners in the corners. All he's got to do here is get a single, and he can tie this game up. Waiting on the next pitch. This one's in the dirt. This is going to be poked over there. It's probably going to be a double play. We'll take it, though, because it is going to tie the game up. But now we have 2 outs, nobody on. This is going to be close. Can Derek Dietrich win this game for us? Dietrich waiting here with that 1-0 count. All he needs is a single. Keep the rally alive. This one's going to be poked. Oh, this is actually deep, but it's not going to be deep enough. I think the center fielder is going to be underneath of it. He is, and a great snag there to end the inning for Milwaukee. And look who's batting against us. Our arch nemesis, or the guy that we traded away when we didn't really need to trade him. Christian Yelich. Now keep in mind, that was before I was the GM of this team. That was when, you know, someone else was the GM. No names will be said here. But 98-mile-an-hour fastball there by Barraclaw is a nice starting pitch there to Christian Yelich. On the left, he's going to get a pitch here again. It's going to be across the middle. We hung that slider up. He got a hold of it, but we're sitting here with an 0-2 count. Now going again with a changeup. It's outside, not even close. He's got a pretty good eye, Christian Yelich does. So again, we're going to go fastball inside. He swings, he misses, and we get the strikeout. Now our bullpen is pretty spent, and we wanted to bring somebody else in, but we only have Severino in, and Severino has like no stamina. So we need Barraclaw to go ahead and get out of this inning really quickly. And then we need our team to be clutch in the bottom of the 10th inning and walk out of here with a W, because if they don't, we'll have to go to our starters and bring them in to try to walk out here with a win. Now, 2 good pitches there back-to-back. We're going to try to go change up a little bit away, see if we can get him swinging and missing. We got him to swing. He just unfortunately didn't actually miss on that one. So we're going to go change up inside, see if we can jam him or get him a swing and miss. And we got him to swing and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts there. Sit down, young fella. Now here comes Lorenzo Cain. The only time he's really gotten a base hit today, it was a home run, so that's devastatingly scary. But this is a guy with good speed, good power, but he's going to poke one into right field that should be a catch, and it is going to be a catch to end the inning. Now Dan Jennings comes in a pitch. He's 5-4 on the year with an ERA that hovers around average at 3.68, or a little bit high if you ask me, but we're going to see what kind of damage we can do against him. He's laser sharp against right-handed hitters, and Gleyber Torres comes up and says, oh, don't mind me. I'm just trying to make a name for myself and be a franchise player here. Now, he's actually been pretty solid for a rookie, but what can he do against this left-handed pitcher here who's been laser sharp against right-handers? Now, first pitch is going to be there. It's a slider basically down the middle, and Torres is going to foul that one off. Got the 0-1 count. That one's going to be there. Oh, Torres is going to hit it, but the shortstop reacted incredibly quick and got the out to stop him. Monte Harrison is up, and he's 0-4 on the day. Look, our outfield is kind of depleted at the moment, and Harrison maybe isn't the guy we want up here. Now, the last-minute coach remembers that he has Marcus Frisk on the bench, and honestly, Frisk is the guy that we wanted in, but again, he was taking the day off. He was supposed to be getting a little bit of rest, but in a situation like this, in the bottom of the 10th inning, we got to put our best players in and allow them to be great. So here we go, Frisk. What can you do for us? Frisk is going to say, put me in the entire game next time, puts it into left field, gets the base hit, and now a guy with 96 speed is on the bases ready to go. Now Brian Holiday's up. Frisk is ready to try to get a stolen base. He's second on our team in stolen base percentage at the moment, with Andre Johnson again being the best. Now this one's going to be hitting the gap. We might have a walk-off here. Frisk is getting the sign to go home. The third base coach says, go ahead, young fella, run till you can't run anymore, and that is going to be a walk-off hit for Brian Holiday. Marcus Frisk goes all the way around the bases, goes for a stolen base, goes all the way into home, and Holiday, look at him, doesn't get to play too much, but he gets a major hit to help us win this game. A huge win for the Marlins. It won't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's a feel-good moment for this team that has lost so many games so far this season. And your player of the game goes to Andre Johnson. In 5 at-bats, had 4 hits, 2 runs, and 1 double. Big-time players made big-time plays, and the whole squad played pretty well in this game. And if you were curious just how bad our record actually was, I mean, it's not exactly the worst in the league, but it's definitely down there. So the Nationals are top of our division. We're 1 game behind the Braves at this point, but we're the 29th ranked team. The good news is we have a lot of speed. The bad news is we are pretty much 25th or worse in defense, pitching, and power. Our contact's 17th, but this team, there's a lot of work to be done. And to check in and see how the top prospects are doing, as you can see, my guy's still there with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette rounding out your top 3. But look at this. At number 12, we have Gleyber Torres. At 13, we have Alvin Morris. If we keep moving around here, who else do we have? Anybody else on our team, possibly? Okay, I'm a little sad. I don't really see anybody else. Okay, here we go. Tristan McKenzie at 37. We have Trevor Rogers at 38. Anybody else? I think that's about 4 people so far. So 4 in the top 50. It's not bad. Some teams have more, but a lot of teams have less. And our young talent is starting to show its dominance in the league. And I'll leave you guys with this. In the National League, Dakota Elrod is actually in the running for Rookie of the Year. He's got a worse batting average than both of the guys behind him, but more home runs and more RBIs have put him in the top seed for the Rookie of the Year. In the American League, it's up for Carlos Tocci, Victor Reyes, and Matt Festa. Those guys are all actually having pretty good seasons too, but shout out to Dakota Elrod. He's making a name for himself. And this Miami Marlins team, while they won't get a lot of wins this season, I think we're building an incredible foundation.